What's up, everyone? We're here for another episode of the Tom Hayden Show. I am so excited about this one. I think I say that for everyone, but I'm gonna do a short intro this time. This was my round one opponent at the first regional I ever showed up at. So Beanie, take it away. My round one Indianapolis opponent. Introduce yourself
Hi.
and talk about Pokemon last season and all the events you went to. Because I think it's an interesting story how you started going to events and what you did at the events, and the photos and everything you did. So just
Yeah.
yeah, take it away. Sorry.
Yeah. So quick intro. My name's Gabriel Mendoza, but everybody knows me as Beanie, or my Twitter handle that guy in a beanie. I'm that guy in a beanie. Also, that's the Nicole in the beanie. Evie doesn't have a beanie, but it's fine. Yeah. So I don't know. Let's see. I guess story starts like back in March of this. Wow, it was still this year. It's still 2022.
Mm-hmm.
That feels like such a long time ago. So, yeah, I remember. I I, I had a friend like a while back who I've always played Pokemon with, and like I actually started getting into VGC, although I never went to any regionals or locals. But I started playing back in like 2013, 2014 or so. So I always kind of followed up with like the meta and stuff like that. And then my buddy now would just play amongst ourselves. And we always sort of talked about like, yeah, it'd be cool to go to like a regional. But back in the day when you're a broke college kid and like you got bills to pay and stuff like that, it's just like whatever. So then we never really went. And then COVID hit
Yes.
and all that, and that just made everything like a lot slower. Actually, my first local was in it was in 2020 actually, but like in January, right before everything sort of shut down.
That's
Maybe it was
so unlucky.
February.
Like
I don't
that.
remember. Like it was January or February of 2022. It was just super unlucky, and then everything shut down, and then it was like, all right, fine, whatever. It was a midseason showdown, and my round one opponent of that midseason showdown was actually Alyssa, aka
Temporal.
yeah, Temporal. She mopped the floor with me, bro.
I played her a couple of times. I played her one regional and one online tour.
Yeah, she absolutely wrecked me. And I was like, well, welcome to VGC, I guess.
Yep.
Um, Hit me with a Jellicent and Prison Trick Room when my team was pretty much like hard Trick Room. So I was
Wow.
like, I was doing well with the team, like online on ladder and all. But like online laddering is different from best of threes, like tournament actual play. So I wasn't ready for that,
Damn.
and I got wrecked. I'm pretty sure I won like 0-3. It
Damn.
was like 3 rounds of Swiss, 3 or 4 rounds of Swiss, and I just got demolished. And I was like, all right, what, I'm done, buddy. And then the next month, or like month and a half, COVID, world shuts down. End of that story.
I want to interrupt you there. Did you take photos
Mhm.
there after you went 03 and dropped? No.
No, no. So I didn't. During COVID was actually when I got my first camera. I have ADHD, so I've always been like, ooh, that's a cool hobby. Ooh, that's a cool hobby. So photography is one of those things that I remember like back in high school being like, oh, like maybe I could take like a photography class because my school offered it. But I remember not taking that class because like you had to get like a lot of your own equipment and stuff was expensive. So I never like went into it. But during COVID, what was it? I was doing a lot of art and painting. I was taking some classes at the Art Institute of Chicago.
Shout out.
Um, not like anything like for credit or anything like that. Like I'm not a student there. It was just like adult night classes. Just setting expectations,
Vibing.
vibing. And yeah, so I was doing a lot of art. I was doing a lot of painting. And I wanted to take my own reference photos because what I would do a lot is I would go on Google and type in scenic mountain views or whatever, and then paint that. But I wanted to take my own reference photos so I can paint things that that weren't from the perspective of somebody else's eyes. It was kind of like from my own, even if it was from a picture. It was a picture that I took. So I bought a camera to to do that, and then I never did that. I never did that.
You're like, I like it. I'll all set up. I'll do it later.
Yeah, like peak ADHD vibes, right?
Oh
Like, I
God,
buy
Beanie.
all the things for the hobby, super invested in the hobby. Time to do the hobby, not do the hobby.
Damn. I'm glad you didn't do that with Pokemon.
Yeah. I mean, kind of, sort of, and I'll get into that in a second.
Okay.
But yeah. So that's kind of how the photography thing sort of started. That's when I bought the camera. The money didn't go to waste though, because that's around the time when I started streaming.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to do YouTube. Still haven't done YouTube. That's another hobby I need to circle back around on. But I started streaming as a way to like get more comfortable around being on camera and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so that's how I started actually using the camera. And then once I actually ended up going to Salt Lake City, that's when I was like, yeah, I might as well just bring the camera. Maybe I'll like sum up the courage and maybe like try and shoot some videos for like YouTube or something, or maybe take some photos. Um,
You must have been so excited to go to Salt Lake City after waiting for COVID, going to one midseason showdown, waiting all that time. Like, what was the build up like for Salt Lake City?
um, so basically, how do I word this? I have a hard time feeling excited for things. I think it's because of like ADHD. Like things don't feel real until they're actually like in front of me,
Okay.
and so I do like for the similar reasons I'm terrible with like planning, right? And so it was literally like the week before Salt Lake City, um, that I think I had heard about it maybe like a month prior or something like that, but then I forgot about it, never did anything, and then it was like the week before, um, I had just sort of stopped talking to the friend that I mentioned, that I used to play Pokemon with for like the longest time. Um, there was some stuff there that I don't want to get into,
Yeah,
but
no, no, no.
long story short, it was just like I don't know. I felt like I needed to just like, do something um, for myself, and so then I just sort of like YOLO'd it and was like, all right, I'm gonna go to this regional and
Let's
just like have
go.
fun.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm so
and
happy you
so that
did
that was
too.
literally, I think I paid for my registration for Salt Lake City back in March on the Monday before, I think. And then I believe on Tuesday was when I started driving from Chicago to Salt Lake City. And that was, yeah, like it was like very like boom, peak ADHD. It was just like, all right,
I'm
fuck, I'm
in.
gonna do this. Impulse, let's go, bye.
Holy
And
shit.
then so for anybody thinking, whoa, he just drove like straight from Chicago to Salt Lake City. No, I'm not. I'm not that crazy. So what I was doing though is I would drive in the morning for a couple of hours, 2 or 3 hours, and then find a comfortable place to work from. I just had my laptop, had my phone's hotspot. I'm good to go. And
Okay.
then work for somewhere for like 8 hours, whether it was like in the car, at a gas station, at a coffee shop, whatever. I would do that repeatedly for like the the like 3 days leading up to Salt Lake City. I think I stopped in Des Moines, Iowa, somewhere I think Lincoln, Nebraska, somewhere in Wyoming, and then eventually made it to like Utah.
That is so fucking cool. Like,
Yeah,
just like I'm gonna post up here, work, see the
yeah,
like awesome states of America that I often refer to as flyover states when I'm flying to New York and California, because that's all I've really been to before Pokemon, and like you're appreciating the beauty.
yeah.
I started doing
Not
that
gonna lie,
more.
there's not much to see. It's very flat. You're not missing much. Is especially like Nebraska, Wyoming. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. The entirety of everywhere between Salt Lake, like it doesn't start to get interesting until you get to around Utah, and then you start seeing some like hills. It's just like, oh
Okay,
hey, this is different, and then you're
but it was
there.
all just flat land before.
Yeah, it's all flat. Illinois, Iowa, Nebraska, Wyoming, and then finally some mountain ranges in like Utah.
Okay, I'm not missing much is a very funny thing.
You're not missing much, no. There there's not much to see unless you're near like a large body of there's not much to see unless you're like in like by the Great Lakes, um with the Grand Canyon, the the Rocky Mountains, East West Coast, and then everything else is flat.
Okay, Good to know. I know. Yeah. And then there's some desert by California to Nevada. Yeah.
Yeah, again, flat.
Yeah. Oh wow, that's true. It's just all flat.
It's all flat. It's all flat. Um, but yeah, so one of the things that I didn't say that's actually pretty important to like the traveling part of getting from Chicago to Salt Lake City was yeah, I was sleeping in the car.
Just saving money.
I'm yeah, saving money because like hotels are like if you're sleeping in a hotel every night, like that adds up fast.
Yeah.
But if you can just sleep in your car, you're good. Save on cost.
That's actually really funny.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and then
People were like, "Go ahead."
how? So you drove to Salt Lake. You had a fucking blast. You participated. Did you take photos there too, like of people and tweet them out in the Twitter thread? Like, did that start in Salt Lake City?
Somewhat.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. I guess that was kind of like the
The
start
origin.
of things. The like mass Twitter threads didn't really like start until like indie, but
Okay.
everything has its roots in Salt Lake City. So there's a picture that I took and tweeted about. Oh, it was my first like real like semi-viral tweet within like any Twitter sphere community. I took a photo of Aaron Zhang and Wolfie,
Oh, I remember
and
seeing
they were
that.
both. Yeah, it's a very cool picture. They're both they're both looking toward the left at the stage, and then they both look like very serious. They're like hard analyzing like what's happening on screen.
Oh my
But quick little secret, I think they just noticed that I was taking a photo of them, and then it just got a little bit tense. Because I remember taking that photo, and like yeah, they were both like this, but they were a little bit more like relaxed before I raised up the camera, and then they got like a little bit maybe like set up a little bit before try to fix the posture or like whatever. Um, so it's one of those things where like I like to not be seen when I'm taking a photo as much as possible and sort of just capture people
God.
in the
Okay.
moment, candidly. Bad posture or not. But yeah, so that was kind of the start of things. That
And
was
that
kind of like the
probably
first
got you a
time
lot
that.
of Twitter followers too.
Yeah, actually, yeah, I got a decent amount of followers from that photo alone because Wolfie retweeted it, and then anything that Wolfie retweets
Yeah.
gets gets likes. Um, yeah, so if you tweet something and Wolfie likes it or retweets it, like you're guaranteed like Twitter, celebrity status, I guess, or something like it. Which but yeah, like because I got such positive feedback, I guess you could say um
I can't find the picture.
from that one, not just from that one photo, but from other photos I took as well. Because I took photos of Top Cut. I took photos of let's see, I didn't really take much photos during Swiss. If any, I don't think I took any photos of anybody in particular. Kind of like what you would expect to see from the photos I take nowadays. I think like if I took photos, it was maybe just like a wide shot of like everybody or something like that.
Okay.
Nothing like too interpersonal. Just because again, like I'm actually a pretty timid person. Like until I get to know you and I feel comfortable around you, then I'm a lot more relaxed, a lot more outgoing. But if it's like if I'm in a new place where I don't know anybody, like I don't like I'm not that outgoing, and so that's kind of what was my experience like at Salt Lake City. Like I didn't have to start having like top S tier fun at Salt Lake City until like near the end of day two, um, and like on like Saturday after Swiss, going out to like dinner because that's when I felt a lot more like comfortable and relaxed. Like
You got to know
during
everyone
the day,
by
I was
then.
just like meeting people
Yeah.
and then kind of warming up, if you will.
Exactly. And then.
Yeah, I needed to warm up.
Oh, and then what's it called? So what was your then prep for indie like? If you like, you know, you were so
Prep as in like photo wise or like Pokemon wise.
both. Like, what were you excited more about for when you signed up and knew you were going to indie?
Um, like I had so the decision to go to Indy was kind of like if I drove all the way to Salt Lake City, like there's no reason why I shouldn't be going to like Indy, right? Like it's like 3 hours away. It's like that's a no brainer. I'm going.
Yeah.
Um, in terms of like prep work for Pokemon, I think I just took like a team that Joe was running at the time. I was like, all right, cool. Like this is good.
It's proven to have worked.
Yes.
Okay.
I I I went 0-6 with it, so like it wasn't proven to work with me. Your I don't know if you can see your Streamlabs, but like the video is like half cut off.
Oh, what? Because I moved this over. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Shit.
just
Fuck.
have that window on your second monitor, and like it should be good.
No, because Zoom, what's it called? They're making me pay to extend the meeting time.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So wait, I gotta figure this out.
What if you can? What if you stop the meeting and then make a new one?
That's what I think we gotta do halfway through in like 10 minutes.
Okay.
But,
Cool. Good to know.
yeah, no, I feel so lucky that we got paired up round one at Indy, because round one's just a crapshoot. So I was like so nervous going in. This was my first regional ever. And I was sitting across the table, and you're just so kind. And I was like, yeah. And then I saw you later taking pictures of everyone. I was like, wait, I really like his energy. And then I remember I was in the background of a picture you took of a group of people. And I looked so fat in it. I quote tweeted it, and I said, Beanie, you couldn't like make me look a little better? Like you could do some photo tricks? And I like made a joke or something. What's it called? And then you weren't at New Jersey, but we started. I saw you on Twitter growing and stuff. And at NAIC is when we really, or like, I was so happy we became friends in Indy and started talking more after that. So that at NAIC, when we were there, it was just like, what's up, Beanie? You know, and then you got like this awesome picture of me that I couldn't appreciate more. What other events did you go to between Indy and NAIC? Did you go to any last season?
Milwaukee.
Oh, and that
Milwaukee
was
was the one which I believe was literally the week before NAIC.
I think they do that this year too. With two of the events are like a week apart in the Americas. So
Potentially, I haven't looked at the regional schedule that far in advance.
Oh, I've been like a hawk. Regionals 2023. But yeah, man, like it's just so cool to see, because the Twitter growth to me was so fucking impressive. Like it's just like so cool to me how you got so well known for taking pictures of everyone. Because I made the picture you took of me at NAIC is still my Twitter profile picture. I love that picture of me playing Pokemon, and so many people have that. Yeah.
So I was looking at my Twitter analytics the other day, and I don't think the majority of my followers are actually from taking photos.
Really?
Yeah. I think the majority of the followers are from from giveaways I've done on Twitter.
So that's what I wanted. That's on my list to talk about too. So how did that start organically, and like how did that grow to what it became, where people are like know you as the giveaway guy?
Oh, I don't know. I sort of just started doing it one day. I was just like, this
You had the
seems
capacity.
cool. I want to do it.
Yeah.
I have the the tools and capabilities for, and like the know how to do it, and then so I sort of just set it up. Like there's not much into like starting that story, and then then I just sort of like let it run wild on Twitter. It was like, hey, here you go. Just feel free to follow, give a like, retweet, and then that sort of just went viral. A lot more than I thought it would, honestly.
Yeah.
Like it has largely eclipsed the maybe not largely eclipsed. I think probably about half. About half of followers are like know him from taking photos at events, and then the other half is like, yeah, this guy does Pokemon giveaways of sorts. Which I think is cool, because then there's like a diverse group of people, right? Like it's not just like a purely VGC Twitter type of thing.
And like,
but it's awesome.
How cool is it when you see someone have a photo you took as their profile picture? Because I see a lot of them too.
Yeah, that part's pretty cool.
I love it.
I don't remember who it was, but there was somebody who, crap, I wish I could remember who it was. There's somebody who I know had a profile picture with a picture that I took, and then recently they didn't have it, and then that part was like, all right, okay, I see you.
Yeah,
not taking photo of you again.
I know, Beanie. Over time, you gotta change it. You gotta change it up sometimes. Don't take it personally. Don't take it personally. Don't take it personally.
Fair enough. Fair enough. No, I wasn't taking it personally. It was I just thought it was like interesting.
And dude, like, NAIC was so much fun. We got 4 minutes left, but I'd love to talk about what made you go take the jump to go to London World Championship before we
that's
switch.
a loaded question. Do you want to just end the meeting, start it up again, so that we have more time to talk? Because 4 minutes is not going to be enough.
Okay. So want to talk more about giveaways or Twitter in the next, like, 3 minutes? Or should I just end it now?
Let's see.
What was your favorite giveaway?
One of the mythicals. Of course, now I'm having a hard time remembering which mythical that was. Probably Marshadow. Marshadow was very highly requested. No, sorry, I lied. Magierna.
Wait, can you go through all the ones you remember doing? Do you remember all the giveaways you've done?
Actually, I might be able to actually pull up a list. Cause I did do a couple. I got stuff set up here.
Yeah.
Here we go. No, that's not the wrong. Let's see. We did Charizard, Gengar, a couple of Mews.
A couple of Mews.
Genis, a couple of Mews. Genesect, Victini. What's that other Pokemon? Some of these are in Japanese and Korean, so I can't even read them unless I were to like open this up. Mimikyu, Volcanion, Poipole, Zeraora, Melmetal.
I remember the Poipole one.
The World Sinisty, the authentic non-shiny World Sinisty.
Yep.
I did a Hatterene giveaway for Hatterene series. So that was a fun thing.
That's an awesome cause too.
It was that was for their what's the word I'm looking for? Charity event that they did.
Yep.
And Zacian. I think that's all I did. Oh, and the World's Victini as well.
Yep, I remember. Dude, that's so freaking cool that you were able to like give so many people in the community access to these Pokemon that they wouldn't have access to otherwise. You know, it's like a lot of people, I hope you know, appreciate that greatly, and I do too. You know, and it's just so cool to see.
I remember now why I like started it. Like I had done a couple giveaways prior, but I really kind of like upped it once Series 13 dropped, and it was like a lot of people don't have these Pokemon, so a lot of people probably want to play them or just want them.
Yeah.
So that was like a easy decision for me to make. Like I'll just make these available for people to have.
I fucking love that. All right, and I think that's a good note to take a quick break and X out of Zoom, end meeting for all. Beanie, you're still on the what's
Discord.
it called? Yeah, you're still on the Discord voice.
Yes.
Yes, but black. Alright, I don't know. Did I fuck this up? Invalid meeting ID. Damn.
I just have to pick a new one.
Yeah, can you make a new one for free? And we could use it for like 20 minutes, I guess? Sorry to do this to you. You know what? I'm going to tell everyone if they don't have...
Why can't you just do Discord?
Because I have the Discord... Every time I do Discord on this computer, the audio gets caught with video on.
Okay.
Wait, it might be working. I got it.
Nice.
Done and done. I don't know how it worked. But now share... Nope. Invite people. How do I invite people? Invite. Copy invite link. Discord. Paste. Boom goes the dynamite. And now Zoom meeting. And now when you accept, I believe you'll pop up right on the thingamajig again. Wait. Admit. And then, do we have to do anything last time?
Hello.
Sound. Video check. 1 2 1 2. Hey. What it do?
Mic check.
Oh no.
Video check.
Oh my god. It's super zoomed in and on my double chin too. Wait.
I don't see it.
Time out. I'll tell you when. Time in. Oh no. Alright, there we go. I'll take it. And now, gotta move this back over here. And, dude. We're back.
Hello, we're back. I can't see you, though.
Really? And you could before?
Well, before you were sharing your screen, and I could see you through your OBS.
Oh, let me share my screen this time. Share, I hope I'm sharing it. Oh my god.
Okay.
And now that made you super... Oh, this, yes. This, I do remember clicking this last time. That's how I was able to size you up like this. And now... Boom goes the dynamite. Hey. Hey.
Hey.
Hey. But...
What's going on?
Dude, I'm so happy So, 10 days before Pokemon World Championship, I fully committed to going. Because you were like, dude, I'm going. I'm splitting the hotel with some people. I could get you a spectator pass. And then Sohaib was like, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Sohaib was like, dude, yeah, I'll give you the spectator pass. Shout out Sohaib. And, yeah, you really were a big factor in why I committed to going to the Pokemon World Championship in London. And I appreciate that greatly because it was like the best vacation of my life and then the Pokemon World Championship because I went like for a full 7 days before and just explored London and traveled and like had a fucking blast. And like, shout out you for convincing me to go, man, because you were like, dude, come on, it'll be fun. And I was like, it will be.
And I was right. It was a blast.
It was a fucking blast. I had a great time, man. So thank you for that. But yeah, like, what was your, like, how did you decide to go? And yeah, let's just talk about London for a little bit too. I figured that would be one of the topics.
I don't know. I just decided to go.
You just like, I'm going, man. I'm gonna get to London. No way. Like,
your voice got really quiet.
Did it
all of a sudden?
Did it really? Sound check 1 2 1 2. Fuck. Yeah, my OBS says it's.
There you go. Yeah. Whatever you just did.
All right.
Everything.
Yeah, everything on my end. I think I just had to move the mouse on my monitor. But yeah, no, dude, that was like an awesome fucking trip, and I'm so excited that we both went because like it was just so cool to see the Pokemon World Championship, and now Japan, like that really inspired me to want to go to Japan, man. And like, are you really learning Japanese?
Yeah, so I think like, yeah, I mean, I definitely just like decided to go. Especially with with what at the time like 2 years of COVID. I was very much just like burnt out of like just because I still work from home. I haven't gone back to the office since like the start of COVID. And I was just like really bored of like being at home and stuff like that, So I was like, all right, I just got in a car, sort of semi recently, like last November. So I've had it a little bit over a year now. I was like, well, I got this car. Let's do some traveling. Let's do some driving. Let's see the country. And then once NAIC was over, since that's kind of like the last event before Worlds, I was like, shit, what now? And like the next thing was Worlds. I did go on like a family vacation between like NAIC and Worlds, which was fun. Not gonna say it wasn't fun, but it's not Worlds. And so once Worlds was coming around, I was legitimately like thinking, because it wasn't that much more expensive to go to Worlds than it was to go to like any other regional or NAIC.
It's a 6 hour
Like
flight the other way.
yeah, it's just exactly
It's 9 hours for
8 I
you,
think.
probably.
8. I think it was only 8 hours for me.
Yeah.
Wasn't too bad. But yeah, like it wasn't like I think I paid $600 round trip to go to London, which is like
Worth it.
wild.
Worth it.
So worth it. And then I think that the most expensive stuff was like the hotel, which I had already priced it and everything, so it was like not a big deal. But other than that, like it wasn't super like out of reach or anything like that. So at that point it was like, if I'm spending just as much, not just as much, like if I'm because I'm driving and so I'm saving like cost on that, like whatever. But like if it's not that much more expensive than like going to a regional, then I should totally go.
It's
And
worth
so
it for you.
I was
Yeah.
like, YOLO, I'm gonna do it. Um,
I fucking love that.
and then yeah, and then just sort of figured out how to make it work.
I fucking
Finding
love
people
it.
to stay with. I'm very happy that you ultimately decided to go. Definitely a highlight of my experience there. Like we hung out a lot. We hung out a lot, not at Worlds, but like outside of Worlds.
Which was very funny because I
Yeah,
would
yeah,
just go walk around and you'd have like a gang of people. You'd be doing Game Boy giveaways. I'd be like, Beanie! Be like, hey, what's up, Tom? We check in and I go do my own thing and you'd be doing your own. Like, it was so cool to see you, like, being like tweeting out, I'll be here for the next hour. Everyone come meet me. And like the group of people that would come meet you would be so excited. They'd be like, I can't wait to shiny hunt this thing. I can't thank you for
yeah.
activating this event, this and that, the other. Like, it's so cool to see the effect you have on people at these events, man. But yeah,
Yeah,
no,
not
I
gonna lie,
wasn't.
that was a little bit surreal.
I wasn't always hanging out like for like the hour while you were doing the giveaway. I would just come check in, do my thing, meet everyone, and then go dip and just like hang out with like. I kind of like float around and just talk to everyone at these things. I noticed. Like I don't stay with
Mhm.
like one or like I talk to as many people as I can, and I have a blast doing it too.
Facts.
Yeah, but
I don't remember who I told this to you recently, or I was I think it was on Discord. But basically what was said was like, if you don't remember meeting Tom, you haven't met Tom.
that's very funny. That's really funny.
Because like I don't know anybody who uh if I've talked about you to someone, I don't remember anybody being like, wait, who's Tom? No, it's like, oh yeah, 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 Tom. I know Tom.
Dead. Yeah, I
Of
have that
course.
impression on people where they remember.
Yeah. You're very impressionable
I got
in a very good positive way.
I gotta get better with names though. I know faces, so I'll be like, "Yo, what's up? How you?" And
Oh,
then
I'm
I
the
like
same way.
I
I'm
was like,
exactly the same way.
I met this is funny if he ever listens to this, but Colding Light, I thought he was like three different people. I was like, oh, is that Colding? I met Colding Light in a group of three people, or like 3 or 4 people, and I just forgot who Colding Light was, but remembered like the group of faces. It's like, is that
Yeah,
Colding Light?
Adrian, right?
Yeah,
I think
Adrian
he just
Hurley.
won VR.
He just won the VR tournament. That's why I was thinking
Um,
about it again, and like that was very funny to me. It's like, wait, and then I like just meeting people, and now I'm starting to remember names better from seeing the same people over and over again, which is always cool, and that's always good too. But
yeah, yeah,
dude, it's like
yeah, dude. Worlds was wild though.
it was fucking wild, man. That like seeing everything. I signed Junichi Masuda poster.
Yeah, dude, I'm still so jealous you got that. Like, I'm happy for you, but like, I
How could
also
you
want
not be
one.
jealous? Yeah, exactly. And what's it
I,
called? You got this poster though, just not signed, because I actually right. I gave you
no,
the
I don't
extra
have the
one.
poster either.
I thought I gave you the extra one. Wait, that's not sitting right here, is it? It is sitting right here. I have
Oh
it.
yeah, I forgot about that.
I was like, I
So
thought
when I
this
stayed
was.
over at your place, I guess I forgot to take it.
Yeah, so I wanted to talk about that too. After Baltimore, you're like, yo, I'm like, how long is it away from Chicago? It's like 12 hours, right? Or 11 and a half hours?
Chicago to Baltimore, I think was 12, if I remember correctly.
And you were like,
And
I'm
then
4
from
hours away from New York.
Baltimore to New
It
York,
was 4.
4. Yeah, that sounds right.
I was like, yo, you can absolutely crash at my place. And it was just like so cool. What's it called? In like Pokemon homies coming to, in real life. My mom was like, who's coming to crash at the house? Because I'm crashing at my mom's house now since COVID. And it was just like,
Mhm.
you know, so wholesome to have you come over, eat dinner with the family and whatnot. You know, it was just like very
Yeah.
funny. To
Yeah, no,
like,
I had a great time with your family.
yeah.
Other than other than like the night when I arrived, which I won't get into.
Yeah, sorry about that.
But other than that, oh no, you don't have to be sorry for anything. It's just things happened and that's okay. I didn't have a bad time. It's just it's a little bit overwhelmed. Is what I'll say. Um, Other than that, I had a fantastic time. You and your family are so hospitable, super welcoming, super warm. Food's great.
It's so funny that it's like, yo, Pokemon friends coming to be in real life, homie. This is like worlds merging, you know. Like I
Mm-hmm.
love that. I was like very like, yeah, of course, man. And yeah, any of my homies coming through New York need a place to crash. If I got room, why not? You know, I got absolutely. I'm never gonna say no. You know,
Yeah,
it's like
and
so
no, and
fun.
like honestly, like super thank you for that. Cause I've been during the summer and like into the fall, right? I was like, as I mentioned earlier, right? I was basically like indoors for like way too long, and I was like, all right, I gotta do some traveling, right? So I was looking at regional schedules and being like, all right, how can I plan some travel around these regionals, right? Because then I have like a place that I know I want to go to, and then from there, look at what's around and sort of travel, right? See what's around, do some sightseeing. Um, and I'd never been to New York. Oh no, I've been to New York State, like somewhere in like upper New York.
Long Island's
But
different.
yeah, it's very different.
Yeah.
I've been to like upper north part of New York, and then I think I've been to Scranton, Pennsylvania for like a music festival.
Okay.
Um, but other than that, I pretty much have never been on like the East Coast, and I knew I wanted to visit New York City since I was only gonna be like 4 hours away. I figured if I'm already driving 12 hours, what's another four, right?
Yeah.
Easy, easy,
Easy.
easy. And
Easy.
so I did.
And dude, that was so funny. But so like that was a TCG only event. Can you talk to me a little bit about Baltimore, like the
It was
experience
TCG and Pokemon Go.
and Pokemon Go? And you entered Pokemon
Yeah,
Go, right?
yeah.
So
Mistake.
mistake. Oh yeah, I remember you telling me about this now.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
played one. I played one regional. I had signed up for two. I got a refund for the second one. So I went to Baltimore. From there, I went to New York. I was gonna spend more time in New York, um, and like neighboring areas. Actually, I think I was supposed to go to Philadelphia before going to New York, but then I had some stuff come up that required my attention back in Chicago, like the following weekend, which is
Congratulations.
basically yeah, which basically my sister got engaged, and
Super
her
cool.
now fiance had asked me if I could take some photos of like the engagement. So I was like, yeah, for sure, I got you. Don't mind cutting my like
Travel
work,
short.
my travel short for that. Um, so I skipped Philly, went straight to New York. I was there for like a few, like I was at your place for
2 days,
a night.
I think. Yeah, or one night, 2 days. Right, you got there
Yeah, one night,
Sunday.
2 days, and then and then I left like the following. I left at like Monday night, right?
Yeah.
Like late at night too.
Yeah, you left. No, I think you went to the city first, and then you left New York late at night, right?
Yeah, I mean, I left your place like late at night,
Oh yeah, to go to
like
the.
7 or 8 or something like that,
I was like, you're
pretty late.
driving to the Bronx.
But yeah, I'm going to the Bronx,
Like that's an hour and
basically
a
at
half
like
away.
11 p.m.
Yeah. It's like drive safe,
I think I
please.
got to my friend's place like at like 11, if not midnight or something like that.
I was like, good for you, man. All right, but that was very
Um,
funny.
yeah, and then I was still in New York City for like a day. I think I
Yeah,
was literally there for a single day.
yeah.
Um, and I hit up Times Square. I hit up the Nintendo store. I was at the Nintendo store
Oh,
for
that's
far
good.
longer than I did anything else in New York City.
Time
I
well
spent
spent.
way too much money at that Nintendo store.
Time well spent. Wait, yeah, brag about some of the plushies. Did you get a lot of plushies there?
Yeah, I got a lot of plushes. That's pretty much all I spent money on. Uh, they're like all over the place.
What's the best one you got other than Cyndaquil? Because Cyndaquil is your mascot now with the beanie on and everything.
Cynical I got at Baltimore actually.
Oh, nice. Okay,
Yeah, this wasn't at the Nintendo store. This one I got at Baltimore. This was
nice.
for the Pokemon Center Japan.
Oh, that's cool as fuck. That's cool as fuck.
The coolest plushies I got at the Nintendo store was actually uh, two Pikachu plushies that I got for my sister and her fiance, in a like Japanese kimono like bride and groom set.
And
So
what?
like
Yeah.
I gave that to them for their engagement.
What are the coolest plushies in general, though? Not just the ones you got at the. What are your favorite ones? Because you got a lot.
This guy.
This guy, other than Cyndaquil, of course. The Eevee is hysterical, just sitting behind you.
The Eevee's great. This one's really cool. This one I also got at this one I got at Milwaukee, I believe.
Oh, it's the Gigantamax.
Yeah, it's G Max. Um, the sleeping plushies are here. One sec.
I love this.
These I got recently. These are sleeping plushies. So here's one. Here's another.
You can't hear me, right? Aw.
The stay.
Stay.
That Pikachu is also part of the same set.
I see it. I see
I've
it.
had that one for a while. And I also have a Jigglypuff and Snorlax that are also sleeping, like over there. But...
So that's a very funny line of plushies. That's really awesome, actually. I think I've seen a couple of the Eevee sets too, like sleeping.
Hmm?
I think they have a sleeping like Umbreon and Espeon too.
Yeah, they have those. Those have long been sold out on PokemonCenter.com. I've been stocking a restock, but that hasn't happened. They're going for way too much money on eBay. They're like $200 a pop. What I've been wanting to doing is so this shelf back here, I've been wanting to like redo it and take like everything. I have a lot of like TCG stuff up here that I want to like not get rid of. I just want to take it off the shelf and fill this up with plushies
because I don't know what else to put there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I want to move all of that and just have plushies up there. I think that would also just look better on camera.
Yeah. No, I agree, man. And now.
Yeah, and then I wanna line up the sleeping plushies like on this row.
Oh, that'd be really cool. Dude, I love the lighting setup you got behind your stream too.
Thank you.
Yeah, your whole stream looks fucking awesome. I love it. But dude, I'm so excited for San Diego. Let's change the topic a little bit from plushies. Like,
yeah.
What live events are you going to this upcoming season? What are your like big upcoming season plans? I know you said you weren't looking ahead too much. I got the list in front of me if you want me to read it off.
Hold up, I can just Google it. Because if you read it out to me, my brain will just like zone out. Like
okay.
At the
you got to be looking at it too.
Yeah, I have to look at it myself. Pokemon regionals schedule 2023. I want to go to EUIC. I don't think I'm going to Liverpool.
I'm going to EUIC. I have my flight booked.
Yeah, I don't think like I would like to go to Liverpool. That sounds like a lot of fun, but I don't think I'm going to go. It's just like my only hard set plan is Japan. Whether I qualify or not, I'm going. Like that's not a question. Like I'm gonna go. I will be in Japan.
You're not signed up for San Diego?
I am.
Oh, okay. So yeah.
San Diego's like I guess in my mind San Diego was just like a given.
Yeah.
But Japan is like definitely gonna go, and then from there it's like I'll go to these events like no problem. Like I'm just gonna drive there. Like let's see.
Orlando, Knoxville. I'm going to. Knoxville's my birthday weekend. I might do a little birthday dinner there. So I hope you're there.
Yeah, Orlando should be no problem. So okay, fun fact. I own a timeshare in Orlando, and I have like, flex. No, I wouldn't use my timeshare for this because family. Because use it for family. But I do have like hella discounts for like stays at the resort outside of the timeshare.
So yes, let's handle that up if we can.
Like we can use that. We'll just have to check to see how far away the place is from the convention center.
Send that in the group we're in too, because we got a good group of people that we're already talking to about rooming with Orlando. I'm excited. It's a lot of the CPDL friends I made, so
yep.
I'm very excited about
Knoxville, Tennessee is not
birthday,
that far from me. I'll be driving for that.
That's my birthday weekend, so I might do a small birthday dinner there. I hope all the homies
Charlotte.
Charlotte, I plan
Charlotte,
on
I think
going
I gotta
to.
go
I'm not gonna make it to Indy. I don't think.
to where?
Indy.
Oh, Fort Wayne.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no reason I wouldn't go to Fort Wayne. It's just so close to me.
And then I wouldn't make it to Oregon in in May.
Portland sounds fun. I've never
It
been.
will be fun if you can go.
So
That's
okay,
a fly though.
so I would be down to not go to some of the previous ones I just mentioned to go to Portland because again, a big part of the reason why I'm going to regionals is
It's to
because I
travel.
want to travel more and see and see more places that I haven't been to, and Portland sounds super cool. So like I would not mind like not going to like I don't know Indy probably
Yeah, I'm
because
not
like
going to Indy. I'm not going to
like
Vancouver.
I'm gonna be
Either.
honest with you. Sorry if you're from if you're watching and you're from Indiana. There's nothing to do there.
I like
There's
Brothers.
no other than Pokemon. There's no reason to go to Fort Wayne, Indiana. Like
That restaurant
what's there to
Brothers
do?
with the patio. I had fun.
Say it again.
There was a restaurant Brothers that had like a barbecue cheeseburger that I liked. Yeah, that
Oh
was
yeah,
about
yeah.
it.
There's a Brothers in like every major city.
Yeah, I like that. I've never
Mhm.
been to a Brothers before, but
But Brothers is like a cool spot. I like that they have games available to play. Like we played Jenga. I
I
think it
think
was
that was
Milwaukee.
NAIC. Oh, Milwaukee, you did?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
NAIC.
NAIC didn't have Jenga. We were everybody who went to Brothers after NAIC expecting Jenga was disappointed. We were like, "Oh, I don't have Jenga." I even went up to one of the bartenders, being like, "Hey, do you guys have Jenga?" It's like, "No." So actually, it got stolen like not too long ago. Oh, we're so upset. Yeah,
That's
somebody stole their Jenga set.
That's fucking hysterical, man. Holy shit. People were playing best of threes on the patio. Me and Carney left early to go prep for High Roller. He was playing
Oh yeah, I
Roller.
remember that.
Yeah. We were like, alright, we gotta wait, your game got moved up to tomorrow? Fuck yeah, I'm gonna help you prep. It's the first week, but fuck. Alright. And I left early. I was like, I kind of regretted it, but I was like, I'm not gonna leave the homie hanging. Like, I told him I'm gonna help him prep. I'm gonna help you prep. You know? So.
Yep. I feel that. Gotta help the homies.
Gotta help the
The homies
homies
go
out.
first.
Like Carney's a homie, you know. He needs help prepping. I was like, all right. I think I was a little drunk too because I drank a couple double whiskey ginger ales early. So I was like, yeah, I don't mind going home a little early to play some Pokemon and just pass out.
I
But
feel that.
dude, I'm like so excited for San Diego. I wanted to talk about the current state of the game because we're already at 47 minutes. I noticed the sweet spot's like between 45 to an hour, like hour 20. And you got. So, what are your thoughts on Trick Room Female and Didi? We were talking a little bit before about it, but like, I'd love to hear your thoughts on if you think it's legal or not. Like, you've been.
It's not. It's not its moveset. It's a bug. But unfortunately, technically speaking, from the rules, right? It's like if if it can be obtained in game, then it's fair game.
And it can be
Is what
obtained
the
in game.
rules say, right? There's nothing specific in the rules about if a Pokemon has a move that it shouldn't, because technically that is the case with Indeedee Female Trick Room, right? It shouldn't have Trick Room. It shouldn't. If you try and teach Indeedee Female Trick Room with a TM, it'll fail. But you can legally obtain it in the game, or not legally. You can obtain it in the game.
Legally through a raid, or is it illegally through a raid?
It depends on how you look at it, right? Like there is no hacks, there is nothing, right? Like technically speaking, through the wording in the official rulebook for 2023, it passes.
Damn.
You can obtain it in game, whether it's a legal move on that mon or not. You can obtain it in game without any hacks, glitches, or anything like that. It is just a fact. You can obtain it in game, right? And so I tweeted to play Pokemon the other day. Of course, I didn't get a response. They never replied back. But a TO did respond. I forgot who was the TO that responded, and they were like, "Oh, why?" I tweeted. I think I speak for everybody in the VGC community. We want to know if Indeedee Female with Trick Room will be legal for regionals going forward. And one of the TOs responded like, "Why would it not be legal?" It's like because it doesn't get Trick Room.
Yeah, because it's not supposed to learn Trick Room. If you try to
Yeah.
teach it Trick Room with a TM, it won't work.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
And then that never went anywhere. That and like that's pretty much it. Like I don't like. Yes, it's cool that it gets Trick Room. Like if it actually got Trick Room, that would be cool because then now you have like a really good Trick Room setter.
Bulky as fuck.
If like bulky as heck, can't be faked out, right? Like super good. Um, so it'd be cool if it did. I just want to know if it will, because then like that is a huge thing for that you would need a prep for,
Yeah.
right? Like that.
That alone changes a lot.
It changes a lot. Like it's not a minor insignificant thing. It's actually massive. Like I wouldn't care as much if like I don't know Wiglet got splash and it shouldn't, right? Like
Wiglet
that
got.
doesn't actually change the metagame in any significant way.
Let's say Wiglet got like Victini's move or something like that. Like, like some crazy ass. There's no move that can make Wiglet viable, But this makes Indeedee way more.
Like it's already viable.
Yeah.
Like Indeedee's already A or like S tier, right? Different.
It's really good.
Tier maker content creators will put it in S or A. I don't think anybody would put it in B, right? It's not gonna happen. This just makes it. This just puts it up a bracket.
It elevates it.
Right, and so like it's not an insignificant thing. It has major consequences on the metagame.
I love it.
And so, like, I don't care if it's allowed or not. I just want to know which one of those officially it is.
Yeah, I want an answer sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I don't want I don't want to prep for one thing and then a day before the regional, hey, this isn't allowed or this is allowed, and then have to rerun calcs, rerun.
I probably wouldn't make
calc.
a team with Indeedee Trick Room female, for San Diego until I know
or
for
even
sure.
If you prep for it, like you probably have some things in your calcs, some things in your movesets to account for it. That if it is no longer the case, then that frees up resources for you to prepare for other things. Like it is a major thing.
Yeah. What other Pokemon have you been liking using? What's your new favorite Pokemon? Have they, out of the new Pokemon, have you really been liking
I really like Farigiraf.
Okay, because that's your first shiny.
It was my first shiny, and then I was like, all right, cool, let's figure out how to make this work. And actually, it's really good.
It's really good.
It gets imprisoned Trick Room, so that would be a way to deal with Trick Room and DD female.
The stab hyper voice with the life orb does decent damage.
It also but also has imprison hyper voice, so it's good against Sylveons, right? So that's super cool. So it pairs up really well with your Dragonmons.
Oh, because now Sylveon's becoming more and more popular to counter those popular dragons.
And Sylveon's pretty much the only good fairy type.
Oh, so that's interesting. I like that a lot. Imprison, Trick Room, Hyper Voice, and what's a good fourth move? I wish it got Expanding Force.
Oh, if it got Expanding Force, it'd be broken. Psychic Fangs is probably what you want to run. Because then you can put it up against. Because then you can leverage your opponent's psychic terrain against them with Psychic Fangs.
Hyper Voice and Psychic Fangs, though, your split attacker.
Wait, say that again? Oh, Hyper Voice is just there for Imprison. I'm not actually clicking it, most of the time.
It's got decent damage, though. You could click it decently.
You could click it. Yeah.
You could click it.
Yeah, you can go either, or just run Protect. You can never go wrong with Protect.
Oh, yeah, because then they can't... If you Imprison and Protect, that just... they're...
If you're going to go with physical, then don't run Hyper Voice. But then you lose the Imprison Hyper Voice leverage there.
Yeah, exactly. So you got to weigh your options when running it. But
you gotta look at the if Sylveon is prominent, which it might be at San Diego given the
amount of Garchomp Hydreigon.
Exactly. Yeah. So that would be a good tech to run.
Yeah, I like it, Beanie. Is there anything else you want to talk about before we get out of here?
I don't know.
Yeah, we went through everything on the list.
How's the weather?
I've been inside all day. It was raining out a little bit earlier. What's it called? Jets lost to Buffalo. That was a bad one. It was snowing in
Oh yeah,
Buffalo.
I told you about Jets Pizza. They were like, "Hey, what are you doing? Watching the Jets and thinking about food?" And I was like, "If you're ever in Detroit, have some Jets Pizza. It's
Yep.
both the Jets and and food."
I ended up getting chicken franchise.
Chicken what?
Chicken franchise. Do you not know what
I don't
that
know what that
is?
is.
It's chicken and a lemon
Ooh.
sauce. How is
Chicken
it?
and what?
Like a lemon sauce. Oh my
Mm-mm.
god! I'll send you a picture. I took a picture of it because Jerry didn't know what it was either, and it's like my
I've never heard
favorite
of
dish
this.
ever. God damn! How could you guys never hear of it?
I've also never heard of fish and chips until I was in London.
Okay, that's just on you. That's just on you.
This is
Like,
why I want to travel more. I'm uncultured.
all right, yeah. So I think that's it today, Bean. This was a fun episode. I'm gonna stop the
Yeah.
recording here. Thank you, anyone who listened, and
Yeah.
I'll see you guys next
Can I
time.
plug my socials
Oh
and things?
yes, I forgot about that.
Let's see.
Please plug
At that
everything.
guy in a beanie on Twitter on most
Plug
socials.
everything.
Give or take like a letter or two at the end. Like Twitter doesn't let me have one more character, so it's just that guy in a beanie without the E at the end.
Oh, with an I.
Otherwise, that guy in a beanie underscore on Twitch. YouTube in the works.
In the works.
In the works. Other than that, yeah, I guess. That's
Twitter,
all.
Twitch. Yeah, shoot him a follow on both. Join his Discord if you see a link. And
Oh yeah, Discord. I'm on Discord.
yeah, I like your Discord a lot. Yeah. Thank you for telling me to start one too, because it's been a fun ride since I started my Discord. And
Yeah, dude, your Discord's popping off.
it's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun. And I have a story for how I met everyone in there, which is also makes it more fun to me too. You know.
Yeah, no, that's amazing. Honestly.
Yeah. So all right. I think that's everything. I'll see everyone next time.
Bye.
Bye.